Good evening and welcome to the City of Farmers Branch Planning and Zoning Commission study session. I want to start by thanking the commissioners for their service. On our agenda up first, item A1, discuss regular agenda items, which takes us to item C1, consider approval of the June 10th, 2024 Planning and Zoning Commission minutes and take appropriate action. Commissioners, any
No comments?
typos, edits?
Fine.
All right. Seeing none, we'll move on to item D1. Conduct a public hearing and consider the request for a specific use permit amendment for existing residence hotel on approximately 1.98 acres located at 4022 Parkside Center Boulevard within the Planned Development District Number 64 zoning district and take appropriate action. Ryan, you'll be presenting this or who?
I'll be
sorry.
presenting.
Sorry, you stood up.
All right, any questions on this item?
Seem pretty straightforward.
It's a relatively small change, but the proposal is for the benches and barbecue grills and then a shade structure. And then I know there was some information in there about the permitting history. Scott Webster is our Deputy Director of Community Services, so he can answer any questions related to that.
Is that gonna just be an open space or is it gated?
It's currently gated. There was a kind of a masonry wall with a low-level fence surrounding the pool, so that's going to remain on site.
Yeah, the questions I had on it, I had a pool demoed several years ago, so are they gonna take all of the concrete out and restore it, or are they gonna just do a partial demo?
So they busted it up, and they have currently already busted it up and filled it in. It just is waiting for the concrete pre-pour to get the slab down at this time.
Oh, so they've already done it, so,
It's a,
so there's not much for us to, what if we say, no, you have to keep the pool there? Wouldn't be good.
And they would have to put the pool back.
But I can't imagine we would.
If you are aware, outdoor pools, especially for hotels, cause a lot of health issues because not, as opposed to being an indoor pool where they can use it year round. Even down here, usually around September or October, the pool gets closed down. Then they have to go all this testing when they get ready to reopen the pool, which is also done by our health inspection department. So this kind of alleviates some of that issues that we have with the outdoor pools on the commercial setting.
I would add this specific hotel chain has been closing pools at a number of locations. It's an initiative they're taking with their chain, and so they'll be present tonight to answer any questions as well.
Great, thank you, Scott. All right, any further questions?
Nope.
All right. Up next, item D2, conduct a public hearing and consider the request for a specific use permit for an indoor commercial amusement facility on approximately 3.61 acre property located at 14510 Josie Lane, Suite 216 within PD 4 zoning district and take appropriate action. Lily.
Commissioners, that will be mine, so if you have any questions, and the applicant will be here for the actual meeting as well.
Is the applicant the same as was when they brought the mall?
It is a different applicant.
Different,
It's the same owner, different applicant.
okay.
Same owner, different applicant. How can-
Tenant for the. rental
Okay,
space.
so it's the tenant that's applying for this special
Yes,
use permit?
yes, sir.
So they're not taking the whole space, just a sub of that building?
Just suite 216, so just that square section in the southeast corner.
Got it.
So it has an adjoining wall with another business. I was looking at the map and the street view and I couldn't figure out exactly what that suite was within the bank of.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
It is so on the southeast corner, there's a large square, that's the around 24,000 square foot facility. And then there's that adjoining wall, and then there's a row of retail spaces along the, I guess, western portion of the wall.
Okay, so will there be another business directly adjacent to that one, or is it separated by a breezeway or parking spaces or something?
The buildings are connected, but they're not facing the same way, so they would have to walk around the corner.
Okay. Actually, I was thinking about the noise of a sport activity and the paddles next to, I don't know what businesses are next door, or a restaurant or shopping or whatever. Are they doing anything to attenuate the noise that might come from this so that it wouldn't disturb the other tenants?
I believe their explanation of what paddle tennis is similar to a pickleball, so it's not like tennis rackets that are plastic.
So, but
But the applicant might be able to speak to if
Okay,
they're
okay.
changing any of the interior structure for noise cancellation.
and they'll have food there. Do they plan to get an alcohol license?
It is not in the current proposal. Right now, they're just proposing a kind of a refreshment area with
Okay.
just soft drinks and maybe prepackaged
How far
chips.
away is our alternative? I mean, could they get alcohol? Because they're just across the street. I mean, maybe, is it within 1,000 feet of the school? Is that right?
It may be, they would not be able to just do alcohol sales there, because they're not in our overlay district for that type of use. If they were to open a qualifying restaurant and have most of their proceeds come from food, then potentially, but we
okay.
don't envision that happening.
Okay, good. That's good. Thanks.
Any further questions?
And just curious, are they going to charge hourly court fees? Is it a membership association, or how are they going to?
My understanding is that there will be both a membership option and a day pass option. So it will be similar to like a gym.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you again, Lily. And with that, it brings us to item A2, discuss agenda items for future Planning and Zoning Commission consideration. Any? Just a note on, I think you mentioned there could be, new appointees coming soon. So just as that occurs, it may be appropriate to include on the agenda, the training opportunities that we've already had, kind of a refresh or an introduction for those new members as they come on board, may be appropriate to consider.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sure staff can assemble something that's,
Especially-
appropriate to, in that first study session with new
One,
appointees.
is it next month? The one in,
Yes.
The one in North Richland Hills, yes, sir, Friday, July 26th.
So registration for that one has opened. If anybody here is interested, we'll get you signed
yeah,
up.
you got me, right?
Yep, and I've got you, so yeah, if anybody else, just let me know, I'll get you registered.
And then something else to sort of put on your calendars, the Texas chapter of the American Planning Association hosts a conference each year. This year it's local, it's in Allen from October 16th to 18th. And they do usually have a track for elected or appointed officials, so it's a really good training opportunity if you can make any or all of those days. Same thing, just let us know and we'll get you signed up. But registration for that has opened as well.
Excellent.
Can you say those dates again?
Yes, they're October 16th through 18th, and we'll send out an email with all the details as well.
And just a note, thanking staff for submitting our comprehensive plan as a potential awardee at that conference. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yes, yes, that is the hope. They should release decisions by the end of next month, so hopefully we'll hear back
Excellent.
soon about that.
Yeah, please include that on our agenda items as you hear any decision.
Yes.
Excellent. Anything further? All right, with that, we will conclude our study session at 6:09 and reconvene downstairs at 7 p.m.
Oh, weird.
Good evening and welcome to the City of Farmers Branch Planning and Zoning Commission meeting. As we start our session, I'd like to thank the commissioners for their service. First on our agenda is citizen comments. This agenda item provides an opportunity for citizens to address the Planning and Zoning Commission on any matter that is not posted on the agenda. Anyone wishing to address the commission should complete a citizen's comments registration form and submit it to the chair prior to the start of the meeting. There is a 3-minute time limit for each citizen to speak, with a reasonable limitation on speakers on any one topic or item, with a maximum of 15 total minutes on the same topic item. Anyone wishing to speak shall be courteous and cordial. The Planning and Zoning Commission is not permitted to take action on any subject raised by a speaker during citizen comments. However, the Planning and Zoning Commission may have the item placed on a future agenda for action, refer the item to the Director of Planning for further study or action, briefly state existing city policy, or provide a brief statement of factual information in response to the inquiry. This evening, we have no citizen comments, so we'll continue with item C1, consider approval of the June 10th, 2024 Planning and Zoning Commission minutes and take appropriate action. Commissioners?
I move that the minutes be approved.
We have a motion to approve the minutes of June 10th, 2024 as presented.
I'll second that.
Seconded. Any further discussion on the topic? Seeing none, we'll move to a vote. All those in favor? And that carries. Thank you all. Up next on the agenda, public hearing D1. Conduct a public hearing and consider the request for a specific use permit amendment for an existing residence hotel on approximately 1.98 acres located at 4022 Parkside Center Boulevard within PD 64 and take appropriate action. Sarah?
Thank you. Good evening, Commissioners. Sarah Bergman, Deputy Director of Planning. This property is located along Parkside Center Boulevard, just west of Midway Road and south of Spring Valley. The site is developed with an existing extended stay hotel that was approved under a specific use permit issued in 1997. The applicant is proposing to modify the site plan approved with this SUP by removing the existing swimming pool and constructing a new patio area as shown here. Because the swimming pool was shown on the site plan and mentioned in the SUP ordinance, any change to the layout does require that SUP amendment. So on the screen here, you can see a few of the new amenities that the applicant is proposing, including seating areas, barbecue grills, and a shade structure. And other than the patio, no alterations to the existing site or building elevations are proposed. The existing hotel development is consistent with the recommendations of the Farmers Branch 2045 Comprehensive Plan, and no correspondence has been received from surrounding property owners. So with that, I would be happy to answer any questions, and I believe the applicant is here as well.
Thank you, Sarah. Any questions for staff? All right. Well, do we have any questions for the applicant? No? Applicant, we have no questions, but if you'd like to make your presentation or statement, you're welcome to do so.
No, I think she did a great job. I just looking to see if you guys are gonna approve or not.
All right. Well, this is a public hearing, so that public hearing portion is open now for any public discussion. All right.
Motion to close the public hearing.
Thank you.
I'll second.
All right. Any further discussion? Seeing none, we'll vote to close the public hearing. All those in favor? All right. With the public hearing closed, we will now hear an action on the item.
I move that we approve the item as presented.
All right. We have a motion to recommend approval of ordinance 3861 as presented.
I'll second that.
Second, any further discussion on the item? Seeing none, we'll move to a vote. All those in favor? All right, and this will go to City Council
August 6th.
August 6th. Thank you kindly. All right, up next, item D2, conduct a public hearing and consider the request for a specific use permit for an indoor commercial amusement facility on an approximate 3.61 acre property located at 14510 Josie Lane, Suite 216, within PD4 zoning district, and take appropriate action. Thank you, Lily.
Good evening, Commissioners. This property is for a property on Josie Lane for an SUP for a commercial indoor amusement facility, more specifically, a paddleball facility. It's similar to pickleball, but as my understanding, is a little bit softer of a ball. So the subject property is again located on Josie Lane. It's within PD4, which PD4 was created and established with our 1969 CZO. And the amendment to this requires indoor commercial amusement to seek an SUP. The proposed development will be about a 24,000 square foot facility with 4 indoor paddle courts, as well as 5 social areas and lounges, a pro shop, and a warm-up area. So our comprehensive plan and our future land use map designates this as neighborhood commercial. These are medium intensity uses that kind of cater to the surrounding neighborhoods. There is both multifamily and single family residences nearby. And with that, I will answer any questions, and the applicant is here to answer questions as well.
Thank you, Lily. First, any questions for staff? All right. Will we have any questions for the applicant? I think so. No? The applicant, if you'd like to step forward and make any presentation, you're welcome to do so.
She did great, and I'll be happy to answer any questions that you guys might have.
All right. I'm not seeing that our commissioners have any questions. So with that, it is a public hearing. So we will hear any comments from the public. All right, seeing none. Commissioners, I look to you.
Motion to close the public hearing.
All right,
I second.
seconded. Any further discussion on the item? Seeing none, we'll move to take a vote. All those in favor to close the public hearing? All right, with that closed, we will then proceed to action on the item.
Sure, I move that we approve ordinance 3871 as presented.
All right, we have a motion to recommend approval of ordinance 3871 as presented.
I will second that.
Seconded. Any further discussion on the item? Seeing none, we'll move to a vote. All those in favor? And that carries. This will go to City Council
August 6th as well.
August 6th as well. Thank you kindly.
Thank you,
All
Commissioners.
right, with that, we will adjourn our meeting at 7:08 PM. Thank you.